Hey everyone, welcome back to NotJustHair.info, and today we are going to be doing bag 7, which is hair cutting. So after the last procedure, the hair is, for the most part, you've done what you're going to do with your sections. They're not going to, I don't remember them, and nor am I seeing it in my information that they used a quadrant. They're going to tell you to do a guideline on the back of your model's hair. So if they tell you a quadrant back here, left or right, then just do it on the quadrant. You only have 5 minutes for this procedure. One mistake in this procedure, you fail this whole procedure. So this is a very important procedure right here. So you usually start your guideline all the way at the bottom of the neck. The nape of the neck back here. And a very small section of hair. Small. Things that they'll be looking for is safety, the way you hold your scissors. You have to use a hair cutting comb. And I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but hair cutting combs actually have little rulers on them. So the least amount you can cut is a ½ inch. So if you're not trying to lose a lot of hair, or if your mannequin, that's a whole inch right there. So you would use half of that. Okay. So they want to know that you're holding your scissors properly. Your scissors, well, I don't know if this is a tangle on the scissors, but you know, your little pinky ring back there. And comb in the other hand. You never put your comb down. This is an area that's very important. Okay, so you're gonna want to spray your mannequin hair down. All right, guys, I had to maneuver her a better way so you guys can see what I'm doing. But okay, so this is in preparation for taking off your first ½ inch, which is your guide. This is what you're gonna use to cut the rest of the hair to at the end. So that's approximately at ½ inch. You have to make sure that your scissors, this hand is always pointing this way towards you, not the other way around. And you're going to use your scissors. And there's your guide. That is now your guide. Hopefully she's even because I'm working at a very awkward angle to show you guys. So that would be your guide. Now they want to make sure that you're holding your scissors correctly. When you're not using your scissors, they want to make sure when you put it in your hand that you're holding them correctly as you're using the comb. As you exchange hands, you want to make sure, so always hold them correctly and always cut like this with your hand facing each other. Okay. So now they're going to ask you to use your razor. You don't have to clean this one. This will actually have a razor blade in it, and it must have a guard on it. If it doesn't have that guard on it, that part of the test is over for you. Actually, that was part of what helped me fail, because I didn't have my guard on mine. So now you're going to take and using this up to your occipital bone, which you know is right here at the bottom part, right above the nape. You know, maybe about that far away from the nape. And you're going to use your razor and use your guide and even, you know, cut that to your guide with the razor. So at this point, I'm not ready to use it yet, so I'm going to close it, put it back on the table. Because that too, if you don't close it before you put it on the table, that can mess you up as well. So this is about where the occipital bone comes up to about there. And know that you only have 5 minutes for this test. And for this section of the test. And if you make any mistakes, you fail this this section of the test. Okay. This has always been kind of difficult to me because I'm not really used to razors myself, and it's kind of cutting backwards. So now that I have my little section ready up to her occipital, I take my razor like so. You kind of hold it the same way you hold a regular razor when you're shaving. Okay. So awkwardly trying to show you guys. You have your guideline, and you can feel your guide. You can feel where the hair stops and where the rest of the hair continues. So you kind of use your guideline, and as soon as that guideline drops, you start shaving right there in that area. You guys can't see that. I see. Again, let's try this side. This is very backwards for me because I'm not left-handed. But again, you pulling that hair. When that guideline drops, then you start with your razor. All the way, and you do this all the way across. When that guideline drops, and you'll feel it when it drops, then you start like that with your razor. Woo, I'm out of breath. But that's your razor portion. So next you're going to demonstrate using your thinning shears. And you can do it on the hair vertically or horizontally. So same concept applies with the way that you're holding your thinning shears. You only have to do a 1/2 inch. So at the very end, I have to do it backwards. This is not how you would do it. You would have to do it with your hands this way. I'm gonna try to see but when I do it like that, you guys can't see. So at the very ends, when you thin it, you just thin it on the ends and make sure it's even. They just want to see you thin it. You only have to do a 1/2 inch. Once they see the hair on the floor and see you do it, you just kind of keep going over it a couple of times. Again, I'm holding it backwards because I want you guys to see what I'm doing, but you know you're supposed to hold your hand this way. And you know, which facing to you, but I can't do it and you guys see it, so. And that's all you do for thinning. 1/2 inch, that's all they want to see. So you don't have to take a whole lot of hair off your mannequin. After you finish that, they're going to tell you to finish the whole haircut. And you have 30 minutes to do that. So I'm just going to run through the haircut, guys. And then we'll be moving on. I must really love you guys because I did not want to cut my mannequin's hair, but there it is. It's nice layered up. She has her whole haircut is done, and you are now basically finished with this procedure. At this point, you make sure that your scissors are closed before you put them down, and it's a must that you clean that hair up off that floor. You can, if you have a little, they do some little tiny dustpans and brooms. If you have one, fine. If not, you can use a piece of paper towel. You just have to get that. If you're looking for that, you have to get that hair up off the floor. And now you clean up and you get ready for bag 8. I hope that was helpful, guys. Any comments or suggestions, you can put them in the comment box below. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And you guys have a good evening.